I'm here with Cardinal Mooney's head football coach, Josh Smithers. Josh, talk about some of the stuff that you guys worked on in the offseason going into this year.
We spent a lot of time in the offseason in the weight room trying to improve our physical strength and explosiveness, especially with this year. We got some young guys on the offensive line. That was a huge focus, trying to get those guys caught up to speed. And then we also spent a lot of time doing 7-on-7s. We got Reese Vita back in quarterback, a 3-year starter, and we think throwing the football is going to be one of our strengths. So we put a lot of time in, really in the weight room and doing 7-on-7s, and hopefully it'll pay off this year.
And who are some of your standout players? You guys came off a 7-3 season last year, a playoff berth. And who are some players that we should be watching for next year?
Probably, the most explosive player is Sean Morris. He's a guy that does it all for us, and you'll see him more on special teams this year. He's our probably most explosive wide receiver. He's kind of our lockdown corner. You'll see him returning balls. We got Reese Vita back for the 3rd year. Blair Perry. We've got 2 good running backs, and Jazz Monjan from our JV, and then Bryce Williams, who's a 9th grader. So we feel pretty good about our skill guys. Alex Sobzak's back. He had 6 interceptions last year in our secondary. He's one of our fastest guys on the team. So we're excited about our skill guys. We got all of our linebackers back, and so we think we got a good team coming back.
And again, we talked about last year. You guys 7-3 playoff berth. What kind of season outlook do you have this year? What would be a successful season for you this year?
I don't want to put a win-loss on it. Our number one goal is to win the district again, and then we'd like to advance through the playoffs a little bit more. Last year we had a heartbreaker in the first round, but in order to do that, I think you just got to really focus in on each week just getting better. So that's our short-term goal, is to just find a way to go 1-0 every week and get better and improve. From week to week, and then the big picture is we want to win the district, host the first round again, and try to move on from there.
And you talked about having a big season from your offensive linemen. Talk a little bit about maybe a little bit of the turnover you had in the offseason. What kind of offensive linemen, what kind of leadership you're going to get from those guys this year, in particular, any guy?
Well, the great thing is that we have all of our skill guys back, or most of our skill guys back. So we will have I think we've got one 9th grader, I think 3 10th graders, and 2 11th graders on our offensive line that are vying for starting jobs. Probably the most experienced one we have is Kyle Novak, who's a junior, and he started a handful of games for us last year. And so we just need that group to kind of mature and come along and gel as a unit. The great thing is that they'll be together for at least 2 more years, for 2 years. So there'll be some great things in the future with those guys.
Thanks, Coach.